Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Aquarius. Yes, it's Aquarius time. Let's see what's going on. Whoops. I'm going to take that. Okay, I see a single person. Yeah, someone's feeling kind of sad here. And I see the devil. Someone's a little obsessed with the situation here. Something unhealthy. Yeah. I feel often it's just, I mean, it could be anything, but someone's definitely feeling kind of sad, like there's no hope. But I do see an obsession. We have a person who can't make a decision. They're unable to move forward. Why is someone unable to move forward? Why? Well, there is there is happiness. There is something new here. This is just about clarity. Yeah, we have an emperor here, so this is what's waiting. I don't know why the devil is here. I mean, it could be this person really just wanting to make this happen, but I feel there's someone feeling like there's not a lot of hope, sad, or maybe a little regret. Someone may have been indecision or wasn't seeing something that they now see. It's all about the clarity, but yeah, it's possible here. Let's take a look. What happened? Aquarius, you had a good reading last week, didn't you? Let's have a look at or Monday, let's have a look at the Nine of Stones. Yeah, we have some sort of change, a new chapter possibly. Tell me about the Five of Vessels. Yeah, this is someone regrets not reaching out or reciprocating. Yeah, I feel someone might have been ending a situation or a cycle here, but this is someone who felt things weren't going to go in their favor for some reason, so they didn't reciprocate. Yeah, so there is an obsession here. It could be someone who was dealing with something on and off, an unhealthy situation. Yeah, we got two people crazy about each other. That's what's going on. You're losing it. Let's have a look at the Two of Blades. Two of Swords, yeah. See, nobody's budging or moving. No one's moving forward. And I feel this is probably, it has to do with two people need to talk. It's about reciprocating, sharing feelings, emotions, sharing your innermost selves. But I don't know if this is something on and off, but it feels like someone just feels like it won't go in your favor, but it actually will. You're just crazy about each other. And there is an obsession, but I mean, it could be where both of you have gotten off, ended something very unhealthy here. But I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is often good luck and timing. Maybe it just wasn't the right time. I don't know. Now let's have a look at the Sun. This is someone starting to feel confident. See, taming the beast. Someone's pinned down by their thoughts. Both people are crazy about each other. You're both thinking about each other. Both of you need to take the blindfold off and see. I think there's a strong connection here. What's the Emperor up to? The Emperor's thinking things through, choosing their battles, but this is also a person who seizes the day. They just go after what they want. They're in a hurry. Someone here feels like they need to hurry up. Someone needs to make up their mind. Hurry up and make up your mind. I don't know what this is about. It doesn't have to be necessarily a relationship energy, but I mean, this is about soulmate, friends. I mean, this just could be a friendship of some sort, but like I say, there's this devil. It's an energy of, I see a person single, someone possibly moving on, but creating change. See, moving on, there's change coming. I think there's something positive going to come in. Maybe you've both just been on something on and off and decided to no longer reciprocate, but I feel like you're going to here. Saying to trust your inner knowing. You already know the answers you're seeking. You both know you're crazy about each other here, pinned down by your thoughts. No one's taken action though, because I feel it, but yet there's this strong connection. It's all this inner strength. It's just, Yeah. Tell me about the Four of Swords. Yeah, see, it's the Emperor. They're not ready to take action yet. Why? What is it they need to see? There's a strong connection. See, they need to see, it's about some sort of clarity. Tell me more. See, it's about starting it. They have to be the one to start it. That's what it is. Nobody wants to rush in and start this. But they have to be the one to make it happen. Yeah, they're thinking it through. It's funny how that come out. So I do think this person's, yeah, see, it's about showing interest in actually investing in this. There's happiness here. But it's all about everything just being out in the open, everything being exposed. But it's starting it. It's happy. Yeah. Look at that. I don't know if it could be somebody purchasing a home, a large purchase. Someone's thinking things through, but they are in a hurry. I mean, this is someone it's about seizing the opportunity, taking this opportunity. Now this person's got the King of Swords energy. See, this is someone who now feels, see, it's a person who didn't see something. Now they see things clearly. Now they feel confident. So it was all about becoming confident. See, they weren't as confident as they should have been. Now they feel confident with the decision they're about to make. So tell me about, and it could be someone who's cut somebody out too. Moved on from a situation. You know, it's definitely with some sadness and regret though. Yeah, this is all about laying the foundation, coming in right. This is someone making a decision here and they're confident with it. But I do feel this is someone who's maybe a little skeptical at some point. Not so sure, you know. Now they're feeling pretty confident. So the King of Swords is an energy of someone who's knows that, you know, that they're smart enough, clear enough, they can think clearly enough to make the right decisions. This is also someone who often strategizes too. So, but yeah, I feel like there's some sort of truth as well here. Yeah, tempering their thoughts. See, just being a little patient. This person, I feel, I think what this person's doing is learning to be patient. I don't think this is a very patient person. So that's their thing with the devil. Maybe both of you, learning to be patient. Tempering the thoughts. See, it's about somebody making a commitment. It's about being pinned down too, right? That's part of it. But yeah. But I feel this is someone definitely seeing things they didn't see. About this connection was the strength of it. It's like it's so strong that they can't stop thinking about someone. And this is coming from an Emperor, so. But that's the devil energy, right? This unable to stop thinking, needing to overanalyze everything, but learning to be patient big time. Yeah. Someone who needs to learn patience. Yeah. You have to look at seizing the day, seizing this opportunity. See, they know what they got to do. They know what's expected. They know what they need to do. They're just kind of, like I say, it's somebody who kind of doesn't want to be pinned down too. That's part of it. But tell me more about this Emperor energy. This is somebody who probably rushed in, backed out. They're coming back around to make a commitment. See, the come in right to lay the foundation. Yeah. So this is someone who has a lot of responsibility. They have a lot on their plate. They could have some baggage, maybe from a past relationship. Looks like it's gone. It's a 10. This is where the sun starts to shine. So they've let something go here. But it's also an energy of being able to be reliable. See, this is someone who kind of doesn't want to get pinned down where someone relies on them to be there. You know, that's what they're thinking about. But I mean, I can see with the energy that they know they need to kind of hurry up and make a decision, and they need to kind of calm down. See, they're trying to be patient to calm down to make a decision, but it's almost like they're almost panicking a little bit here. But I do think this is somebody who is learning that it's all about having to be reliable and having to, it's not pulling their weight. And I don't even think it's actually baggage for the most part here. It's about being pinned down, not, and having to be reliable, to be relied upon. Because this is someone who actually has a lot already on their plate. Often emperors do. So, but it's about someone lifting off some of that. That's the part of it, right? Lifting off that weight. But yeah, this is someone learning to be patient, trying to make a decision when they're calm. This is someone who makes decisions when they're calm. Yeah. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, Pisces energy, some Capricorn energy. It could be a little workaholic often with that, but I don't know if I feel that's what it is with this situation. Maybe for a few. I usually need to see the Eight of Pentacles or something, or the King or Queen of Pentacles to get that energy. But I think it's more about someone who needs to learn to be patient. That's their nemesis, put it that way. Yeah. But these are two people crazy. You both know, too. You both know the answers you're seeking. You both know you're crazy about each other. I would have to say everyone around you probably agrees. Yeah, and I feel this is about seizing this opportunity. There's an opportunity coming up. I feel this person needs to take that opportunity, because I feel if they don't, it is possible with this energy that there are other people here. Yeah, so yeah, they know they need to move it. Yeah, there's definitely this crush, this longing. I do see family, friends, children. It could have to do with a blended family, but often it's just somebody who's, sometimes, especially if this is someone who rushed in and backed out on maybe even an engagement or a commitment here. It's possible they're missing someone. They're reminiscing about this, that's for sure. But it's definitely an energy of someone who, little romanticizing energy too. See, maybe being a little more romantic. But this has to do with, I think this has to do with family, like children, family, lifestyles. Tell me more about the Six of Cups energy. Yeah, single parent possibly energy for some. I think it's just someone who's been single for a while. I feel it's just someone who longs for love, but it's about it's like they rush in and back out because they don't want to be someone to depend on them, because they have so much on their plate. So it's about being able to be reliable. Yeah, they definitely are very goal-oriented. This is someone who's definitely achieved a lot of goals, but it's what they hope to achieve here. Yeah, see, this is someone who had something that wasn't necessarily long-term, that didn't go the distance. See, it may not go the distance. So, do we have the Hierophant here? Can't remember now. I thought the Hierophant was here, but maybe not. Yeah, so it's not really about schedules, routines, or lifestyle changes or anything major like that, but it's definitely someone who, because I was thinking prenup or something, because this is someone planning, preparing, hoping for the best. And I do feel somebody they're coming into, that's often someone who's planning, hoping for, for the best to happen, preparing for the worst. That's often comes before a prenup energy, but I don't really feel that's what it is. I don't think that person I don't think it's trust issues or anything, or thinking that, best to just be sensible and practical about things, but I'm not even seeing that. I think they're just goal-oriented. They focus a lot on their financial success. They're likely used to living alone, so that could be another thing. But I do think this is someone who sees what two people can provide for each other by lifting the weight off each other's shoulders. I do think they've thought this through. And I feel they're starting to feel a lot more confident at some point here about this, because there is skepticism often with that sword. It's up. It's someone who's protecting what's theirs. you know, but they know what's expected, or they know what comes next as a commitment, see? So it's kind of weighing heavily on them. So, but I think this person's going to do it, though. I do. If you've been dating someone for a while and things have been going pretty well and you're both crazy about each other, and when you're not together, you're missing each other, like to the point of you start losing it almost. I mean, the devil, right? Yeah. Yeah, but you can see it is about love. There's love here. It's about a bond, a connection between two people. You know, there's a lot of this supportive energy. This is where this actually should go. Yeah. This person's really thinking commitment here, because I can tell you, this is somebody, they don't like the thought. They lie there thinking, it bothers them, the thought that you may be getting attention from other people. That's the kind of stuff going on in this person's head, right? Yeah, so someone who definitely doesn't want someone to get away, that's for sure. There you go. They have to come together. It's the two of you going to come together here. Yeah, some of you, this is where some of you have actually moved on from an unhealthy situation, but coming together with someone better. Same scenario, though, like just the person's still kind of skeptical, and it's just energy. And often people are like that, especially if they've had relationships that weren't successful or don't go the distance, you know, because this is somebody about trusting whether or not this is going to go the distance. That's why I felt a prenup coming on, but that's not the thing with this person. They want to be with you. They want to spend time with you. Yeah, it's all just about this person seeing things clearly with the sun. It's like going down this path. It's like a whole new path. That's the new energy. Unless this is a new person for some of you. One more on temperance. One more on temperance. Whoops. Yeah. This is someone, yeah. So this is, it's curiosity, it's learning. See, there it is. It's someone talking to people. Of course it is. Yeah, this is always a social energy, talking to people. See, taking a step back, feeling different. I feel like you're different than the usual type, or I think it's more about trying something different with this person. Trying things a little different. Because it is about going the distance and the things you have in common and going down this path together. You know, do you complement each other? You know, are they a good fit? Do they fit with my friends and family? Like, there's, you know, they've learned a lot, but I still feel there's more to know. But it has to do with this person sharing that stuff with you about themselves. So, yeah. I think it's all good. I feel like if you get this person, you're dealing with them, and they kind of slow down a little bit, or they rush in and back out, and you find that they're not communicating quite the same, I'm going to tell you, they're thinking about you a lot. Yeah. They know they have to be the one to make it happen. See, this is somebody who already made something else happen, and then they're having to do this again. That's why I kind of feel this is someone who had a situation that didn't go the distance. So they're trying to be, see, this is what they've experienced. And now they want to make sure everything's just right. I think you're different than each other, but very much the same. I feel like you're a good fit. I feel there's going to be some chemistry, but there's still more to know on that. That's why I feel for some of you this is fairly new. But, I mean, because it's this person knows when all of a sudden you start going down this path, and then the commitment has to come, because this did come out after. See, they know. So someone who's going to be expecting commitment. You should always expect a commitment if you've been dating someone for a while. Once it starts moving forward, you know, like say before it gets physical, there should be some sort of commitment. And you can kick it up a notch. Some people say put a ring on it first. Yeah, it's a tough game out there, though. I wish you guys the best here. And I feel, like I say, this is someone just kind of thinking things through. Just kind of, you know, getting out of their head. Just waiting for them, their head. This is someone who's got a lot going on in their head, so it's about calming down kind of energy and then making a decision. There's still more they want to know, and I do think they're talking to people. I do think what they're hearing, finding out, gives them clarity and makes them happy. This person is very intelligent. I feel they're, in fact, with this person, I feel, I don't have to say very highly with this energy, but they're also rather eccentric, kind of unique, or they see you that way. Yeah, it's in a unique situation. There's something about this, but with this person, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I mean, this is just two people keeping it all in. See, you're keeping it in. You're not saying anything. Nobody's ready to take any action. And then all of a sudden, and it's because this person's thinking the whole thing through before they even move. So, patience. Take care. Bye for now.